Bubbles is in the house. Bubbles. Hey, good morning. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. And it was a long night last night with the Phillies win. Let's go Phillies. I got my Phillies hat on today because they're playing again today. Apparently, I wore this shit the other day, so I'm going to wear it today too. So I hope they do well today. Good luck to the Phillies. And today I want to talk about coaching or approaching managers to coach. Now we talked yesterday. Hat. How about that? Is that better? Babbles, is that good? Bubbles is looking at me like, yeah, I don't care what you're doing. All right, maybe I should take my hat off. See my bald head. Anyway, so here in the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, I want to talk today about how to approach managers. Because yesterday we talked about, the fourth and fifth scary monsters, the fourth being the managers, and how do you do Scrum with managers who have, with the way they've been taught and learned their craft as they went and became managers. So we talked about that yesterday. Today I want to talk about how do you approach managers with coaching. And I'm honest with you, I don't think anybody says what I'm about to tell you. I rarely do I see it. Maybe I could probably do a whole thing on, which we will. Actually, we're going to do a whole little series on coaching managers here in the next couple of days. I thought about that today. I think that's something that's needed out there in the world. So we're going to talk about how to approach managers for coaching. So that's step one. That's not even coaching the man. That's just how to approach them. So we're going to talk about that today. A couple announcements. Sunday, we were on the Scrum Master Toolbox. So if you look for us, you should find us in their podcast in a bonus episode. Today, rolling out is the AI Today podcast, which we're part of that today too. And then I'm going to put the video version of the podcast out so we can see everything that goes on behind the scenes, right? So I'll put that up shortly thereafter. And then probably do that next week. I'll post that up just to reflect on, just to keep it going. And then also today starts the Agile Online Summit. So it's a free ticket out there. Just go look for Agile Online Summit 2022. I think I've been posting enough of getting free tickets on LinkedIn and stuff like that. So please feel free to go find that. Should be pretty good sessions. There's 10 of them. I'm doing the happiness track, so there's 10 of them out there. So those are announcements for today. And one of the things I'm thinking about, being agile, I got to take advantage of all this. How do I adjust and be agile about the opportunities that come from all this great stuff that without the viewers and listeners, I would never be here in my connections. So, and all the people I've coached over the years, to be honest with you, give me all this good information and help me learn as I go. So today with that, I want to get right into coaching or approaching managers for coaching. And this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And we talk about Scrum and Agile and very practical and tactical, and give you some practical and tactical suggestions on how, as a Scrum Master and Agile Coach, to approach managers for coaching related to the Agile world and what it's about. And I'll give you a couple tips on that. So let's get right into it because we're already into 3 minutes into the show, and Bubbles over there taking a bath. I don't know what she's doing. She's crazy. She's a big cat, by the way. So what do? I'll be honest with you, as an Agile coach or Scrum Master, going to approach managers to help coach them in Scrum and Agile is a very intimidating thing. So I don't want to say, oh, you can do it, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you, it is very intimidating to coach a manager. It's tough. So if you're hesitant, you're worried about it, and they're your boss or they're the boss of the people you work with, that's okay. It's expected. It's going to happen. Okay. That's why I want to talk about the approach. So one, I'm an Agile coach. I'm an enterprise coach. I am a full stack coach, as one Agile coach commented. You're like a full stack coach, Greg. You coach people, teams, and the enterprise. That's pretty wild. But even as a Scrum Master or someone in charge of the group, part of it is you got to offer out there an opportunity to work with the teams. And maybe not the word coach is the right word. Maybe it's just conversations on Agile, on Scrum, on what's going on, questions they may have. So, one advice is not to come off and say the word coach, because a lot of people, when they grow up in like these corporations, they feel like if they're being coached, they don't know something, which is totally the wrong mindset, but is what it is, right? So sometimes you just want to have agile conversations, and it's not about fixing stuff. And then you got to find your flow where you're gonna go stuff. It's not about presenting who you are. Now that's the other part. I mean, unless they ask, but you want to start off with where they are and what their thoughts are and what they're seeing and what their questions are related to agile. So one is offer to have a conversation maybe once a week, maybe every 2 weeks, whatever is available to the manager. Say, I would just like to know where your thoughts are on this so that we can be on the same page and develop a partnership and how we would like to coach the teams. That is one of the techniques that I use to help coach people, coach managers, right? So I'm offering a conversation, not necessarily coaching. Now, as an enterprise coach, I might offer the coaching services to help them have a third party to talk about issues, how they want to attack things, what they want to do, what is the things keeping them at night. But that's a different avenue. I'm talking from below, maybe sideways, and offering that activity. So one is offer the conversation. Two, don't stop. Keep trying. Engage with them. Send them emails. Like you're always in with the Scrum Masters all the time. Ask them how their day's going. Get to know them. Build that trust, that working relationship with them, and just have that conversation, because you never know. It's just like with kids. You never know when they're going to let you know what's going on or have that conversation if you don't engage. If you're all quiet all the time, do you think your kids are going to talk to you? No. If you're all quiet all the time and don't engage with them in a conversation, there you go. Andy, building up trust rapport is key to getting that in. You're right, Andy. I agree totally with you. Thank you, Andy, for commenting. And building that trust, that rapport. You're right. And that's what I'm saying about don't disengage from them. Don't leave them off into try to engage. Always, I mean, don't overdo it, but every if you're not emailing your managers on how they're doing, how they feel, learning about agile stuff, then you're not doing it. You need to do it at least once a week, if not more. They get enough emails and stuff, but try to get that. Set up that meeting, whatever is available. Just have that conversation. So those are 2 points. A third point is when they have sessions with the team as a whole or at the management level. Offer yourself as someone to bring an agile concept to that session. They have management meetings. Talk to the manager above. Hey, do you mind if I come in and bring up some agile topics? Just 5 minutes. I had one group I helped was that enterprise coach trying to do a transformation, and they were funny. I started with 5 minutes, and because everyone did their whole status brief, it would always be less than 5 minutes. It would be like a 3 minute, 1 minute, and just talk about some concepts that I was seeing in as a whole, whether it be meeting based, things going on, things that the managers could ask their teams, stuff like that. Just little in there, but be in there in part of that group to share, even if it's just for 1 minute during their management meetings that they have. So that's 3. So 1, just offer to have a conversation. 2, communicate with them on a weekly basis. 3, get involved in the management level stuff. Don't hesitate. Offer it. What are they going to do? They could say no. Okay, fine. And then the answer is no. But they might say yes. And then you got your in to kind of bring up little things about Scrum and Agile. 2, things you share. Like I get video clips. I get little thoughts, little activities that I share with Scrum Masters and product owners. Don't hesitate to share that with the managers as well in a separate email. There's a difference. So I may send something as a mass group to Scrum Masters as a mass training opportunity. to multiply the coverage. Send one-on-one emails to the manager about a topic and said, hey, I saw this email about this. If you ever want to talk about it, you and I can chat. I would love your here's a way to do it. I would love your feedback on how to present this topic to the team, or this topic to the Scrum Master, or this topic to whatever. So now you're inviting them to use their expertise and their knowledge on how to present something. So now you're building that partnership with the manager. So I think those are a couple good ones that you can use to start your interaction with managers. So one, what do we say? Set up a chat, offer it. And if they don't take it right away, come back every so often, once a month or however. It's going to take a while, to be honest with you, to set that up. Two, just send them an email once a week, see how they're doing, and just check in on them. Three, get into that management thing. Offer yourself up. Go above. Say, hey, I would love to really attend your staff meeting and just share something about Agile through the staff, because you're the Agile representation. If you're the Scrum Master, you're the Scrum representation organization. Even if it's just for a minute or two, do that. And then the last one I'm just going to offer is that if you are going to offer something to the group, send it individually, not as a mass email to all these managers, but individually to the manager. Hey, I would really like to talk with you or get some feedback on you. If you could watch this video or look at what I wrote, how would you have any thoughts on how you might present that or share that with the team, or any twists that you might want me to take when I bring that up that will help you be a winner and achieve what your goals are for your things. See how that works? So now you're a partner with the managers. So those are a couple things for introduction with the manager. Then we're going to talk about coaching. So I gave a little bit of coaching stuff, but these are ways you introduce yourself as a coach from an Agile perspective. How do you coach up management? I don't think any of these classes, I know the Scrum classes do not cover it because it's a one-liner, right? We showed it yesterday. Do I still have it? Banners. So yeah, so we have this from the Scrum Guide. They do this by helping everyone understand Scrum theory practice, both within the Scrum team and the organization, right? That was one little line. And then the other little line from there, Scrum Master serves the org, leading, training, coaching the org, planning, advising, Scrum implementation within the org, helping stakeholders to understand and enact an empirical approach to solving complex problems. So those are this is little one-liners, but they're the expectation. And if you do not get into with the middle management and bring them in, your transformation probably is not going to go very far, because you need them, one, not to undercut what you're doing and sabotage everything, because when you're promoting an Agile mindset and they're promoting a waterfall or I will tell you what to do mentality, or I need to know everything you're knowing mentality, and you need to get them out of that process, right? So those are a couple things I wanted to share that with you today. I'll do another thing about coaching, the actual coaching interaction with the managers. I gave you a little insight of what that might be, but that's where we can start from. So with that, I want to say goodbye. I want to say go Phils. Yay, Phillies. Oh, and our Tuesday night program, I don't know what happened with LinkedIn, but either there was a mass hiring spree or someone on LinkedIn messed with their algorithm for the results when you do a query, because it went out like 40,000 numbers, and I was doing the exact same. I'm like trying again. So I'm going to try it again today and see if I get some numbers that are realistic, but there's no way maybe that, everybody on the planet's hiring. I think it's their algorithm. I think they screwed it up, but that's why you do things every day to check and see what's going on. So with that, I want to say take care, enjoy your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Go Phils. Bye.